Well, hello everyone at the Corner Church. I'm sharing this video with you today to give you a bit of an update regarding the recent developments with the province of Ontario's COVID reopening plan and our own plans here at the Corner Church to reopen our building for public worship. And I'm so happy to announce today that we have made a plan to reopen the church facility for in-person gatherings starting on Sunday, June the 20th. And so I'm recording this on June 14th, and that means that our first in-person gathering will be this coming Sunday, which also happens to be Father's Day. And so how's that for a Father's Day present, right? Opening the church for public worship. Well, as many of you may know, the province moved into stage 1 of its reopening plan on Friday, June the 11th. And as part of their new guidelines, they are allowing churches to hold in-person worship services at 15% of the seating capacity of their building. And so for our purposes here at the Corner Church, with a seating capacity of approximately 100 people, that works out to 15 people. And of those 15 people, 5 of them will be the volunteers who are scheduled for that Sunday to manage all of the COVID cleaning and safety protocols that we have in place. And so essentially that works out to an additional 10 seats that will be available for the service. And of course, I realize that 10 people is hardly a huge crowd. And so what we've decided to do is to hold 2 worship services on Sunday morning. One will be at 9 o'clock and one will be at 10:30. And in that way, we'll be able to double the amount of people who are able to gather publicly. And in addition to this, we do want to minimize the risk of spreading COVID as much as possible. And so we've decided that for our initial reopening, rather than having live music and live preaching, we will continue to pre-record our service as we have done, and we'll just show it through our projector and our sound system here at the building. And we'll continue to stream the worship service on Sunday morning through our website. And so in this way, whether you continue to participate online as we have been doing, or you choose to come on site here for one of our in-person gatherings, either way, we'll be having the exact same worship service as a community together. For lack of a better term, we're calling it Cinema Church. Okay, we'll gather in person, we'll have a chance to greet each other and welcome each other, we'll pray together and connect a bit, and then together we'll watch the same pre-recorded worship service as is being streamed out Sunday morning over our website. And so I hope you'll be able to join us, or that you'll be able to continue worshiping with us online from home. If you do choose to come for an in-person gathering, please be aware that we are continuing to ask everyone who comes on site here to wear a face covering for the duration of the service, and there will be hand sanitizer for you to use as you enter. You'll also be screened when you arrive using a standardized COVID screening questionnaire that we've taken from the Government of Ontario. We are asking everyone who is planning to come to a in-person worship service also to pre-register for the event using the online registration form that we've provided on our website. And at the end of this video, I'm going to share a demonstration of how to use that online registration just to show you how easy it is. If you arrive at the service, if you come to the service and you haven't pre-registered, we will still admit you to the service, provided there is space on the guest list. But since there's only 10 spots available at each of the 2 services, I would strongly encourage you to please pre-register for the event, just to ensure that your spot is reserved. I want to thank everyone who has kept our leadership team in prayer during this difficult season, and I want to thank everyone who has been involved in working through the logistics of this reopening plan. There's been a lot of planning and work behind the scenes that's gone on, and I'm so appreciative of everyone who's been involved in that. I'm so much looking forward to seeing some of our church community in person next Sunday, and I'm looking forward to worshiping online with all of you who will be continuing to worship from home for the time being. But either way, please feel free to reach out if you have any questions, and I would be glad to hear from you and get your input and get your feedback. And please do continue to keep our church in prayer as we move forward into this next chapter of our ministry. Thanks so much, and God bless. Well, hello everyone. I'm going to take a second now to show you how easy it is to register for one of our in-person Sunday morning worship services at the Corner Church. And we are asking everyone who wishes to attend to register ahead of time, and there are only a limited number of seats. And so you will want to know how to do this. And it's as simple as going to our website at www.thecornerchurch.ca. And so I'll just enter that now, thecornerchurch.ca. And that will take me to the homepage of our website. And I'm going to mouse over to Sunday Service Rsvp, and I'll click on that there. And that will take me to the Rsvp page. And you'll see there's just some information about the service. If you click on this link here, it will take you to a detailed list of all of the safety procedures that we'll be following. But if I scroll down, I'll come to the list of the upcoming services. And right now I've got the June the 20th, 9 a.m. and June the 20th, 10:30 a.m. service here. So you can pick the service that works best for your schedule, and if one is full, you can always pick the other service. Further down, there's a list of some of the self-screening questionnaire items that we're asking all of our everyone who wishes to come to go through. But we can also do this online, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. But first, let's register for the service. So I'm an early bird, like to get the worm, so I'm going to register for the 9 a.m. service, and I'll just click on that now. And I'm going to click the RSVP button, and that will take me to the registration form for that service. And when it comes up, there's some information. If I scroll down, there's some information about the event, but I'm just going to click the RSVP button right here, and that will take me to the RSVP form. And so I'm going to enter my name, Dale, and I'm going to enter my last name, Harris. I'm going to enter my, spell it right, my email address. We are asking everyone to list their email address so that we have that information for contact tracing if it's necessary. So I'll enter my name, my last name, my email address, and then this is also important. We are adhering to the guidelines for wearing masks and so on that Durham Region has in place. And so we're asking you to click yes, that you will comply with the Durham Region requirements for using face coverings in indoor spaces. Once you've entered all of that information, you'll click submit. And provided there's still spaces available for that service, you'll get the thank you, see you soon page come up, and an email will be sent with all of the information. Will get sent to the email address that you provided. And so I'm going to go back to the site now, and I have registered for the online for the in-person worship service for June the 20th. Now, we are asking you to do a online COVID screening questionnaire. If you don't do this online, you will be asked the COVID screening questionnaire items when you arrive in person by one of our ushers. But you can do it to save yourself time and just make things a bit simpler. You can do it through the online screening questionnaire that we've set up. And so if you go to the online COVID screening at the homepage, and if I click that, it's going to take me to the COVID screening questionnaire. So I'm going to enter my name, Dale Harris. I'm going to enter the worship service that it's for, in this case, June the 20th. Now I'm going to click whether or not I have any of the following symptoms. So I'll go through the list of symptoms there, and provided none of them apply to me, I will say no, I don't have any of the following symptoms. And then further down, as I scroll down, there's a number of other questions. and I am going to determine whether any of the following statements are true for me. If I answer yes to any of the following statements, I would say yes. If I would say no to any of the following statements, so I've not had a doctor tell me that I should be isolating, I've not been in contact with someone who currently has COVID, I've not had my cell phone exposure alert go off in the last 14 days, I've not traveled outside of Canada in the last 14 days, and I am not living with someone who has COVID symptoms. If all of those are no, I would click no. But if any of those are true of me, then I would click yes. So in this case, I would say no to all of those things because they don't apply to me. And now I've screened myself, I will click submit, and that has been received by the website. And that information now has gone to that will be provided for the ushers ahead of time, so we'll know that you've self-screened, and you won't have to do that when you arrive at the service, at the worship service. Otherwise, when you arrive, you will be asked at the door to go through the screening questionnaire, just to make sure everyone's health and safety are taken care of. And so registering for the event is as simple as that. I would go to the Sunday service RSVP. I would choose the service I want to RSVP for, click RSVP, enter my information. And then 24 hours before the service happens, and this is important, you can only use the COVID screening form, the online COVID screening form. You can only do that 24 hours before the service. But if it is 24 hours before the service, I would go to this, enter in my self-screening and submit it, and then I'm good to go. And again, if you don't do the online COVID screening questionnaire, that won't be a problem. You'll just be asked these questions at the door when you arrive. So I hope that's helpful, and I hope it encourages you to know how straightforward it is to register for our online service, and we look forward to seeing you.